one thing that you may want to look at through this week, an event that happens we can have to go to the Black Rock Desert of Northern Nevada called Burning Man.
And it's entirely non-commercial.
Entirely not.
Yes, I understand. No money allowed, right?
No commerce of any sort.
No commerce of any sort. Well, see, only if you're balls out true believers like that, and I'm for that, can you hold the line. I mean, I think that's brilliant. Of course, they ghettoize it, but still, you know, it wasn't there. 6, 7 years ago, it didn't exist. So it's
This was the 10th year.
This is the 10th year. So it was a breakout event. I think all kinds of forces are in play. In a way, it's, well, I suppose this is sort of like a spin-off from Burning Man in a way. This is a debriefing. Many of you were there. I wasn't there. I know Mark was there, and Bruce and other people. But if there was more of this kind of thing, I mean, art should not be enslaved, should not whore itself to the marketplace, nor should it whore itself to the interior decoration industry. Art should set the agenda. I mean, I suppose that's like saying there should be philosopher kings, and yeah, of course. But on the other hand, the whole point of the human and biological experiment on this planet is to create diversity and a kind of smooth interfacing of energy, and to celebrate the novel, the unique, the previously unconnected, so that there is a story, so that, you know, the story that evolution pushed forward in agonizing slowness, glacial slowness, gene by gene, millennia after millennia, instead becomes turbocharged. And this is, if there is a role for human beings to play in all this that's uniquely their own, it's to take the program of nature, which is, I assume on some level, to generate a transcendent mind, or a living, loving, transcendent mind, and to bring that forward quicker. I mean, what could be the greater glory than to cause the concrescence to happen ever sooner, the consummation of the world, the completion of the task of being of becoming, the task of becoming to approach true being. So that care for the project of being then could usher into life on earth in the presence of some kind of transcendent immanence. I mean, the whole thrust over here about ecstasy and much of what has been said is really saying that the distance between humanity, between human beings and ecstasy, God, perfection, perfect love, it's not beyond the yawning grave. It's not in the hands of some cult or some messianic program. It's in nature, and it's in the human body, and the accessibility of this has always been explicit to this game from the very start. It's somehow about dissolving ego, getting with the plants, getting with this message, which, though very diverse, is nevertheless universal in its outline. And it transcends historical cause and effect. It transcends life and death. In fact, as far as anybody can tell, it is the primary value on the page. It sets the arrow of time. It redeems biology from just being, as Darwin saw it, red in tooth and claw. It's far more than that. You know, it's an architecture. It's a plan. It's an unfolding. And it seems to me that in the universal discourse on these matters, with Western civilization having held more or less together since Greece, we have enough under our belt now that we can see what this is all about. It's the business of creating beauty as a bridge as a stepping stone to creating love, as a stepping stone to redeeming the cost of the march that got us here, which was about, 100,000 years of habitat destruction and species degradation and beating on your neighbor's head and all the rest of it.
Spark, more that creative spark to light that great spark? Or
well, and the artist is going in usually at higher dose and alone, or somewhat more alone, and with an agenda, meaning bring something back.
Then there are those of us who are just blessed with the constitutional full elements.
That's right. Well, and the party impulse is a very subversive impulse. I mean, a lot of artists have too much integrity to sell their art as a brand. But who has so much integrity that they would turn down a party? This is a level of integrity unimaginable in most human groups.
Terence, I'm interested in hearing about your experience and other artists who are in a more public context and how you navigate that dichotomy between, the urge of, I think for all artists on some level to express, to externalize, to put it out there, and at the same time part of kind of a secret society that's against the mainstream and basically doing something criminal. How do you...
Well, I don't know if I guess I'm some kind of an artist. I mean, it's a place to hide for me because I really want to be taken seriously as a mathematician and a physicist. Forget it. So I say, well, no, I'm a conceptual artist. That means you didn't take me seriously, so I'm a conceptual artist. I don't know. It all requires immense amounts of humor, basically. The whole thing is some kind of a joke, and the whole art enterprise is some kind of a joke in the sense of a jack-in-the-box. Of something, there's a black box, and then you mess around with it, and suddenly the leering, grinning thing leaps up at you. Of course, different artists may have different takes on it. If I were Philip Glass, I might think a whole other thing about it. But I think basically the idea is to push people toward imagining what they've never imagined and feeling what they've never felt before.
One, in the sex experience on psychedelics, which I've already mentioned. Do you think that qualifies as psychedelics?
Yeah, I think, we've all forgotten, or maybe we haven't all forgotten, but anyway, that sex on psychedelics is the Mount Everest of the experience and is rarely mentioned for some reason. I remember, what was it, Leary, years and years ago, he was interviewed, and, there was some, I know, it was when they broke the story of the pseudo-story that LSD cracks chromosomes. It wasn't true. So then they came to Leary and said, they're saying LSD cracks chromosomes. He said, well, go back and tell them it causes orgasms which last 2 hours. Leary understood the information war. He understood how, they tell a story, you tell a story. I think maybe we should, we're close to knocking off here. Is there one last final question, or shall we call it quits and I'll do a little peroration? Yeah.
What's the most important thing of all?
I don't know, keep your powder dry and your rear well protected. Something like that. Let me just say how much I appreciate all of it, and how easy you've made my life over space and time, and how greatly I appreciate all the support that you've given me and my peculiar ideas and agenda over the years, and I can't imagine a more supportive community, a better group of people, a more intelligent group of people, a more moral group of people than the people here and the people we've met at Palenque and other places over the years. And if psychedelics don't secure a moral community, then I don't see what the point of it is. Otherwise, then we're just another cult. We might as well be or. But psychedelics seem to me to secure a caring, moral community. And if anything can help the planet forward, can help our children make their way more easily through life, can help us live with what fate is sure to hand us as we go through life, then it's a moral community. It's the very essence of what it is to be part of a civilization. That's why the paradox of our circumstance is that our civilization denies this enormous civilizing influence, and so keeps itself impoverished and infantile. And I hope, however long I live, to see that situation addressed and rectified. And I'm convinced it will come first through the arts. So thank you very much. I enjoyed it.